So tell us about this, Chris. What's happened?
Well, it's quite extraordinary because we all know what Netflix is. It's a streaming service. Always there are concerns, of course, about whether it's going to take over cinema or supplant cinema. But Warner Brothers has been there for over a century. Think of some of the great films, Harry Potter, my own favourite, Witches of Eastwick. You know, these are films which have been made by Warner Brothers. But now Warner Brothers is merging with Netflix. Well, Netflix is really taking over. So it's extraordinary in the sense that it means a completely new way of looking at what is going on in the world of film. I mean, Warner Brothers will still be making films, it's worth saying, but in terms of the back catalogue, this is all going to come under Netflix's arm.
And you touched on that a little bit back there, but what could we expect? Could we see Warner Bros. Ceasing to be?
My understanding is that it's not going to cease to be, in the same way that Netflix will continue to make films. But what I think it will mean is that, you know, Citizen Kane as well, going all the way back. I mean, this is legendary. This is going all the way back to the beginning of cinema. But what it means is that it's going to be more, you know, the streaming service is going to take priority. So I think we're looking at something that just functions in a very different way to what we've ever expected before. Netflix has, I mean, just 15 years ago, it was thought it's never going to be up there. It's never going to compete with, as it were, the big boys in terms of what goes on in the world of corporations and studios. But I think we're seeing a sea change.
And of course, Warner Bros. Does have a big library of unfinished and unreleased films. Does this might mean we might be able to see some of these in the near future?
I think that we're probably going down that path because, well, I mean, the risk is that it'll be more expensive because I think it's thought that, you know, the premiums that people are playing on Netflix will go up. But of course, this is yet to be approved by the authority, so it may not come to be. But the fact that they've signed this deal, the fact that Warner Brothers and Netflix are obviously saying that they want this to happen, it kind of means that there's a certain momentum ahead here. So it is actually, see, the way I look at it, it's really exciting if your main way of watching films is through the streaming route. My concern would be whether we'll see a reduction in the films that are being made exclusively for cinema distribution.
Yeah, I'm sure with everything there is maybe a little bit of a caveat. So are there worries it could lead to a monopoly at all, do you think?
Well, I think that we're going down that path. Also, it's part of a general trend. We've seen that with Amazon as well in the past. I think we just have to accept that this is the new landscape. It's very different from the days when you'd have these big movie companies, these big studios. They would all be making films that would be released in cinemas. The market has changed, and this is a recognition of that need to adapt.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Chris.